Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Marsland Motorsport. This episode we're going to tackle the wiring on the car, cleaning it up because it's messy as. It's one of those things that I've been putting off. It's been working for the last 2 years, ever since I got the conversion done, but yeah, every time I look under the dash I cringe, and I know it's my fault. It's one of those things I was going to get around to doing but just never did. So it's finally a beautiful winter day in Perth, so we're going to tackle cleaning up the wiring. Just launched the Marsland Motorsport merch store. Head to the link below in the description and you can find yourself this exact t-shirt here with the V8 Fury logo, or I've got a couple other options, hoodies, singlet, color combinations. So yeah, really appreciate it if you could go and get yourself some cool merch. Cheers. So this is what my aim is today, to get rid of this makeshift fuse box that I set up. Hopefully you can see that there. I know it's got a bit of zoom on the camera. And clean up a lot of this spaghetti that's underneath and behind here. I have put this switch panel in, but that's not really doing too much at the moment. Yeah, more so I want to get rid of this fuel pump relay here, injectors, ignition. I've got like a light bar relay, and it's just spaghetti everywhere. I want to tidy it all up because every time I get inside the car, it's disgusting. And what I'm going to replace it all with is this concoction that I've made up. I did get it off another YouTuber's channel, which I'll link in the description. So we have power going into here to the top of the fuse box, and then lining up all our fuses. We have one single ground out as well. All the grounds coming out from this side here, going into each relay, and we've got 5 relays set up there. Actually 6, I believe. I'm just missing one on the end. And then similarly we have the power going all the way into each relay also. And then we have each sort of switch wire from each relay coming down into groups of 2 down here in the bus bar. And then we can easily connect up whichever circuits we need to that. Nice and easy, so it should be pretty simple to find out which fuse is blown and what relay it corresponds to as well in the future. Okay, so I've transferred all the bits onto my steel bracket that I'm going to mount in the car. Got the fuse box there, which is about 40 bucks I think. Found some old relays, might swap them out so they're all the same at some point. But they're, you know, 5-10 bucks each. And then we have the bus bar, I think that was about 20 bucks by itself, maybe 30. So yeah, you can see it's pretty easy to make it up yourself if you wish. So hopefully it goes in nicely. So now comes the fun part, where I have to label every single wire that comes off all of these relays so that I get them in the right spots once I put it onto the fuse panel. So yeah, I'm going to spend an hour labeling stuff, I think. I'm going to finally get rid of all this mess. Can't wait. Alright, well we're looking a little bit better, a little bit neater. Got everything out of here that I need to, like earths, almost done with the fuse box, but I've got to take out this panel to get to all that and neaten that up. I've roughly mounted my panel. I'm going to run my wires now and work out where everything's going before I mount it properly. But yeah, I'm getting there. Excellent, this old fuse box out. Out the fucking side. Alright, been working away, small update. I think I've got everything in its right place. So we got a 8-gauge cable going up to my main power switch, which is up here. So that powers the whole block. Got some fuses in now, and similarly got an earth going down onto here, which you can see behind. And I've run all the relays and named them. Got all the fuel pump ones working up from the back there, and then ignition and injecting ones I'm just about to hook up, and fingers crossed I've got it right. I'm a little bit worried that I stuffed it up, but yeah, we'll see. I'll get the test light out and see what happens. Excellent, got power down there where it's supposed to be, and on each of the fuses there. Perfect. Alright, see if it works. Nope. So it's a new day. Didn't have much success yesterday, didn't get it to fire, but I know where I've gone wrong. I've done a bit of research now and have worked out that I don't need this many relays. I had it all nicely lined up and set out, but yeah, I do not need I don't need 3 of those first relays there for injector and 2 for ignition. I just need to hook up the injector circuit to 2 fuses, and there should only be 1 ignition relay, which is pretty much given full power anyway. So the pink wires that come out of the ECU, pink needs to be switched power from your ignition source, and orange is constant power the whole time. So as long as you hook up all of those, she should run. So that's my next plan. So thank God for the internet, it was right. So we've got pretty much just straight into fused power for 2 injectors and 1 ignition feed. And I've got one relay sort of standalone. So I got there in the end. Here's sort of the final result. So we have the relays and fuse box mounted. What I ended up doing was I couldn't fit the main starting ignition relay on here because it would make things not neat anymore. It was already so nice going with all the power lines and all the grounds into here and accessories off the top. And the way that this is actually wired to start with, it's still a mess, it probably always will be. So I'm going to mount that on the underside, tuck it up behind like that, just 1 single relay, and all the rest are labelled and on here with a few spares to go as well. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this, I sure did. Thank God for the internet, and yeah, very stoked to have it a fair bit neater than it was, and managed to get rid of the ugly wiring and fuse box that was up here as well. Obviously still some more tidying to do, but yeah, I'm happy finally. Right, so fuck. Oh dear, got it. Oh, didn't get it. Shit, that broke. Fucking cheap fuses, look at that. Bullshit. Maybe it'll go back on. It's not broken. That'll still work. Let's look at that with some pliers maybe.